Welcome to the world's toughest towing test. This time it's the mid-size truck competition, diesel versus gas. What do we have?
We have 2017 Colorado with a 3.6 V6 and that new 8-speed automatic against the GMC Canyon Denali with the baby Duramax.
And the 2017 Gold Hitch Awards Ike Gauntlet is coming up right now. This is a 3.6 liter V6 gas motor. It may sound the same as last year's, but this is an all-new engine and it makes a little bit more power, 308 horsepower, 275 pound-feet of torque. Max torque comes in at about 4,000 RPM, and the best part of all, it's hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. So GM did a lot of work to make this truck a little bit more efficient and a little bit quicker. I really wonder how this is going to do on the Ike. This 2.8 liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel is our old friend. This engine produces 181 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. It has still made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. And the most interesting part, both of these trucks have the same rear axle ratio, 342.
Our test trailer for the midsize class is this Stalker trailer from CM, 14 feet long, 6 feet wide. And we've got it weighted 500 pounds more than last year's contest. So we are at 6,100 pounds and 600 pounds of tongue weight. This truck only squatted 1.5 inches. That's very good. We're very level with this trailer. Now, what we have for weight. For our ballast, we've got 1 big water tote and 2 barrels of water. That's how we got to the 6,100 pounds. We got tied in tight, ready to rock and roll.
We're in the middle of the Gold Hitch testing. This is the mid-size class, obviously, with the Chevy Colorado. We got a GMC Canyon and also Nissan Frontier competing.
Good, good.
And we're going down 7% grade.
That's right, and about to pop out of the tunnel doing 50 miles an hour.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna let go of it.
So downhill section is this. We have it in tow-haul mode, right?
That's right.
And we're counting brake applications. Basically, we're coming out at speed limit at 50, and we let the truck do its thing, right?
Yes, it's...
But if it gets to 60, we're gonna have to apply brakes and bring it down back to 50.
Right, and this is gonna be interesting with this new 8-speed to see how the grade shift works with it.
Yeah.
General Motors generally does good grade shifting. We're gonna see if they've done the right thing with this 8-speed.
Well, let's let
Okay,
it.
there's one.
First brake application. So bring it down to 50. And is it grade shifting for you? It shifted at least once.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all it did. The Colorado came without the towing package, so the dealer installed the receiver hitch and the wiring, but we hadn't broke brake controller. So of course we want to be safe, we got to have brakes for the trailer. So we have this IntelliHitch on the back of the truck that actually has a surge in it and will actually brake the trailer as the truck slows down. But it also means we couldn't put weight distributing hitch on this.
We're going to use the same trailer, same weight for all mid-size trucks, including the Frontier, which for the Frontier, that's basically its maximum capacity.
Right.
For the Colorado, for the gas V6, it maxes out at 7,000 pounds of towing, and max payload is 1,548, which is nearly identical to how the payload on the Canyon Diesel.
Right, and this is this trailer maxes out at 7,000 pounds with 3,500 pound axles. And I like that we're towing this trailer with the mid-size class because this matches these trucks, which is a safe way to do it. You don't need to get a great big trailer behind these guys all the time.
You haven't touched the brake yet, have you?
No, it's staying right at there. I'm about to touch it. I'm going to actually touch it right now. It did really well. It stayed at 59 for a long time.
All right, well, this is the end of the Ike Gauntlet. We're flat out now. We did this 7% grade. And 5 brake applications was the final number, right?
Right.
So I'm really curious how the diesel will do.
Yeah.
I think it will do better because it also has an exhaust brake.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know why that wouldn't do better, even though it has less gears.
Okay. Here's the Ike Gauntlet scoring system. On the downhill, maximum points is 25. Every time we touch the brakes, it's -1 point. On the uphill, the benchmark is 6.0 mpgs. Every 0.2 mpg below that, you lose a point out of 25 max. Uphill time, 8 minutes is our benchmark. Every 5 seconds over this benchmark, you lose a point. Finally, every reviewer gets maximum 25 points for the subjective score. We average the scores out, and the total maximum points is 100, and that's how we score the trucks. So we do every Ike Gauntlet test the same procedure. On the on-ramp, we're going about 35, right?
Yes.
You reset the trip meter.
I will.
And I start the timer. When we cross these lights, the traffic lights here that sometimes are used for traffic.
35 right now.
Boom! I started it. All right, the timer is running. And we're going up the mountain. So the speed limit on the highway, on the Ike Gauntlet highway, is 60 miles an hour. We do everything we can to maintain the speed limit. Obviously, towing heavy loads, sometimes the trucks struggle too much, right?
Yeah, and it gets a little harder to hit exactly 60. So now I got to floor it, wide open throttle.
Are you wide open right now?
Yeah, on 55 miles an hour. We dropped off 5, so I'm wide open throttle. I wish I knew what gear I was in, but this is that new 8-speed, so I'm guessing I'm probably in 3rd or 4th.
And this engine is interesting because it also has cylinder deactivation.
Yeah.
So it can run in the V4 mode or V6.
Right.
Obviously, in a situation like this where you need all the power, it's using V6 all the time. So here are a few numbers. GVWR rating on the Colorado is 6,200 pounds. It's actually the same rating as the Canyon. And this engine, this new V6, produces 308 horsepower, which is 3 horsepower more than last year's.
Yeah, you'd think they would jump to 10 or something, but oh well, that's their choice. This is such a smooth ride. We got a nice balanced trailer, but this thing feels like a big truck, and it's got all the room. I'm so comfortable in this truck.
Although GM did a lot of work on this 3.6 liter gas motor and the 8-speed automatic, the fuel economy on the gas is about the same as last year. But the Duramax Diesel gets 4 mpgs better combined, 23 versus 19. We're getting near the end of the run. I mean, this is really the world's toughest towing test that we do here for the Gold Hitch Awards. Because of the elevation, it's about 32% less air density at the top of Ike Gauntlet, which means the engine has 32% less of air and oxygen to deal with. So you're losing a lot of power.
Yeah, there's a reason all these semis have turbochargers.
Yes. And the Canyon has a turbocharger too.
Hey, we'll try that next. That's going to be awesome.
Let me measure the sound. Let's be quiet for a sec. 72.7, which is a little bit louder than some other trucks.
Yeah.
Like half tons.
This one is pretty loud just driving it on the road course. It's all higher RPMs.
Yeah, the higher RPMs make for a more loud experience.
Yeah, we're still
but we're almost at the lights, so let me pay attention here and shut down the timer, and you tell me what the MPGs are, okay?
Okay.
Are you in the middle lane?
I'm in where I can't see the scrapes.
8 minutes and 18 seconds.
49 miles to the gallon.
49? 4.9.
4.9, yeah. That sounds better, 4.9.
Kent, are you done yet? We gotta put the trailer in the Canyon.
This IntelliHitch is it has a surge shaft inside here, and it goes against the plunger, and it's electronic. So when the truck stops, that motion of change in direction lets that plunger slide, or the shaft slide to the plunger, and that electronically applies brakes to your trailer. The plunger looks like inside that square shaft. That is the part that moves and pushes on the electronic plunger to apply brakes to your trailer. But you can see that part inside there. That's how it actually activates.
All right, downhill portion in the Canyon. With the diesel, we have exhaust brake. You know, we're gonna have great shifting on this transmission. I think it's gonna do really well. What do you think?
I think so too. Came out at 50 miles an hour and I'll let it drop. Okay, here's our first brake application.
First brake.
We got exhaust brake in this built-in tow haul mode.
Yes.
So we've got those advantages over that gas one, the gas Colorado. So this Canyon is actually made for this hill a little better, I would say.
If you'd like to support TFL Truck, you can click above for Ike Gauntlet merchandise. You can get a t-shirt, a long sleeve, a hoodie, or even a mug or a sticker. Thanks, guys. Dude, we're at the end of the downhill run, and you only touched the brake once on the top at the top of the hill.
I'm very impressed, like I was last year.
So same performance as last year. One brake application in the diesel, 5 applications in the Colorado Gas. So the answer is diesel is more confident on the way down, right?
Yeah, and that's with the 6-speed. The Colorado MSRP is around $36,000. The Denali GMC is around $47,000. The important number is what the diesel option costs you. That's $3,800 for that 4 miles per gallon. Is that worth it? That's what we're going to find out today.
Okay, up the hill we go in the diesel. So same procedure, about 35 crossing these traffic lights. You gonna reset it?
Yeah.
Boom! Timer on. Reset the trip meter. Ike Gauntlet, here we come. Are you flat out right now?
Yep, I am. I'm wide open throttle. I don't know. I'm starting to think this might beat that gas engine.
Do you think it will beat the 8 minutes 18?
Yeah, and they're both 342 axle ratios, so we're very comparable. This is a very good comparison between the engines and the transmissions.
The diesel engine option is around $3,800.
Yeah, that's the big thing we need to figure out is if it's worth it or not.
Right.
At 4 miles a gallon is quite a bit, and you know, we'll get the data figured out so we can answer that question. But you know, I'm pretty happy with this truck.
All right, you flat out. Let me measure this down real quick. Just 1 sec. 68.7.
Wow. And what was the Colorado?
72.
Gas? See, I think it is. You can tell
this is quieter.
It's a quieter.
This is quieter than the gas truck on this extreme tow test.
And like you say, it has to do with RPMs. We're running 3,000 RPMs with this. We were running, say, 6,000 RPMs with the gas engine.
Yeah.
So you know that's enough to make quite a bit of engine whine. You know, I don't think it's not road noise. It's engine whine that makes the two difference.
Which interior do you like better, Andre? You know, it's interesting because this truck is $36,000. That one is $47,000 for the Canyon Denali. But actually, it's refreshing to have a simple interior, even with manual controls for the HVAC system. Now in the Denali, look at this leather-wrapped steering wheel with heating function. I have heated and cooled seats, luxurious leather. I got side steps with chrome. I mean, this truck is done up all the way. I think, though, I like the Denali because of the leather, heated seats, heated steering wheel. I'm kind of spoiled.
It's a sexy beast! Chrome and black, it's a sexy beast!
Are you talking about me, or?
No, not you.
Oh. What speed are you at?
I am right now about 49 miles an hour.
See, you thought you're going to be at 60 the entire
Did I
way.
say that?
Well, you said, I'm going to keep this speed really, really well.
Well, come on, sexy beast, let's go.
So you like this diesel midsize, huh?
I do. I mean, I really like the Denali. I'm a big fan of this truck.
We're almost at the very end. Dude, we're slower.
Oh, don't tell me that. We should have pulled the air cleaner off here, get some air in there.
We're coming to the lights. Are you going to read me the MPGs?
I am.
Okay, so the lights are coming up, and now.
6.9 miles per gallon.
6.9, 9 minutes 11 seconds.
Wow,
dude, that's
slower than I thought.
That was a little bit slower than last year's.
Oh, it really?
GMC
well,
Canyon.
we're 500 pounds heavier.
Yeah, we're heavier.
So, and you probably gained some weight since last year.
Hey,
look.
hey. Let's summarize real quick before we come up with our subjective scores.
Okay.
So the diesel obviously did really good on the way down, better than the gas. On the way up, it also got better MPGs than the gas by a lot.
Yeah.
And time-wise, it was slower. so it did worse on the way up. So for the GMC Canyon Diesel, what is your subjective score?
It was quieter than the Chevy. So all that together, I mean, it's almost a perfect truck. I gave it a 21.
21 points for the Diesel.
Right.
I love everything, how it handles, how it drives, its performance. So I'm gonna go a little bit higher than you.
Oh yeah?
23 points.
Okay, I believe that.
So average out, you said 21, 23. So subjective score for the Diesel is 22 for a total score of 87. Can that be right? That's the same score as last year.
Is it? Oh, that's a good score. I mean, it's a good truck.
Let's switch gears to the gas V6 Colorado. What is your subjective score there?
Well, I like it. Nothing wrong with the truck. I did take, 5 brake events coming down the hill. Just so loud that kind of distracted me, but I mean, nothing wrong with the truck. I gave it a 19.
I was really impressed. It really handles like an SUV or a crossover. I'm also going to go above you. 21.
You just like being on top.
21.
Okay, 21.
21.
Go for it.
19 plus 21 average is 20. Total score for the gas truck is 80 points. The big question today was, is $3,800 premium for the diesel option over the V6 worth the money?
Right now, I'd say yes.
I would agree with you. I think if you are thinking about towing with a mid-sized truck, go for the diesel. You'll be happier, you'll be more confident, so it's worth the extra money there. You can go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews, and of course, Ike Gauntlet, world's toughest towing test, and where else?
MrTruck.com.
Thanks, guys.
Is that Bigfoot?
He disappeared. You're a funny guy.
I am.